and cold, their hearts blood dyed its every fold. Then raise the scarlet standard high, within its shade we live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here. Look round, the Frenchman loves its blaze, the sturdy German chants its praise. In Moscow's vaults its hymns were sung, Chicago swells the surging throng. Then raise the scarlet standard high, within its shade we live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors sneer, we'll keep the red flag flying here.
Rose. I kiss you. Your eyelids flicker like they did when we loved to dance. Hear a song, move. I could dance with you for a week. Rose, don't go. You can stay to the end of one dance. Rose, love you. Pick a rose for my rose. Somehow I know she knows. Love deep in my heart is still alive. Pick a rose for my rose. Somehow I know. Hey! What happened to the light? Is anybody there? Who turned out the lights? Yeah! Oh, gosh!
Oh, Max, it's you!
Of course it's me!
Who's that thin-voiced old reprobate, I thought?
You know, and you've broken his neck.
Thought you were a burglar.
Well, you thought it's Max, I'll play a joke on him.
Maximilian.
That's not my name.
What's life if you can't have a laugh?
Oh, I can have a laugh, Tom. I can laugh with the best, but it's me vertebrae. They're not amused and they're thinking about making a claim.
Are these egg mayo?
No!
They are.
They're egg mayo with anchovies.
Responsibly fished, I hope.
The eggs?
The anchovies.
Not the faintest idea.
Didn't you read the label?
Read the label, we print this small.
Max, what are we going to do with you if you don't read the label? How can you possibly know what you're buying?
I make this mad assumption, if I buy a tin of anchovies, I'll be eating anchovy.
An anchovy is responsibly fished, or it isn't, Max.
Out of a misguided and daft sense of curiosity, how do you fish an anchovy responsibly?
With a pole and line.
With a pole and line. You've got this huge cloud of fish, tiny little diddlers all darting around like shimmering little bullets, and you're going to reel them in one at a time.
If you respect nature,
It'll take you a week to catch enough to cover a slice of toast.
there's a taste factor too, of course. You do know about that?
I know what a bloody anchovy tastes like, if that's what you mean.
That is not what I mean. Can you tell the difference between an anchovy fished with respect and one that's been sucked up by one of those ocean-going vacuum cleaners?
Oh, you can, I suppose.
We'll test it now. Give me a Sammy, we'll settle it.
And how is you eating one of my Sammys going to settle anything? I'm not wired up to your taste buds, am I?
You saying I'd lie?
I'm saying you can't have a sandwich.
I'll even off one.
Sarah said not to touch them till after the meeting.
Sarah, if she knew I was hungry, would be happy for me to have one. She's a generous person.
Well, bring her then. If she says yes, it's yes. Put those agendas out, can you?
Right.
You feel 3 sugars? What? What? Why are you talking like that?
What?
Have you? You nicked the sandwich.
Cut off my tongue if I so much as breathe upon a sandwich.
Cake. There's 4. There should be 8. 6.
You can't even count.
2 of my cakes are missing.
I don't even like cake, especially ones with icing.
Not even lovely orange flavour?
It's chocolate.
Gotcha. How'd you know it's chocolate if you didn't taste it? You rumbled?
Look at my poor fingers. If they were put in a vice, nothing would be straightened. Look.
Interesting.
Look. Maybe a couple jumped up into my poor bent hands.
Maybe your poor bent hands took 2.
Didn't think of Miss the odd cake.
I said you couldn't have any.
Sandwiches, you said.
I meant all the food.
You didn't make it clear.
In future, you ask before you take what other people have made. This is a special occasion. Let's behave like it is. Let's maintain dignified standards, please. Now, help me put this banner up before the rest of them arrive.
Okay.
Oh.
You said?
That's right, that is. Go that way.
Where are you going?
You go that way.
Oh.
Break the room.
Here?
You stay there. Right. Yeah.
Got it.
Right, here we go. I'll lift it up. When Adam delved and Eve span, who was then the gentleman?
National Union of Tailor and Garment Workers. That's a lovely banner. It's a work of art.
Effort that went into that,
They knew how to make banners in those days.
made with love.
And skill. The magic of needle and thread.
Like me with my jackets, the needle weaving its magic to make a work of art.
Yes, your jackets were works of art, Max.
Your ladies' coats weren't bad,
They certainly weren't.
though not on the same level as the handmade garment.
The jacket by you wasn't handmade. You machined most of it.
The full pockets, the hand-stitched lapels, the buttonholes, the touch of class.
Yes, there was a touch of class, Max.
Winston Churchill, Ted Heath, Rockefeller, they all wore my jackets.
We could say that you clothed the rich and I clothed the not so rich.
I couldn't help that, that was the clientele.
Now come on, Max. What can I do to make up for taking those tiny little fairy cakes that hardly fill the gaps between the teeth?
No, I don't think you can get around me like that. What, shine my shoes and I'll forget what you've done sort of thing? No way. Oh, no, not a cat in hell's, not a kitten's, not... There might be something, yeah? Who's giving the vote of thanks tonight?
What vote of thanks?
What vote of thanks? What vote of... The one for me, of course, for you. For the months and years I've sweated blood for this branch, for the effect it's had on my personal life.
It's been hard on it, is it?
This times my kids hardly recognise me.
Thought your kids were grown up with kids of their own.
I meant me grandkids. Sarah. Poor Sarah's a trade union widow. We haven't been out to a good fill in years. Well, I can't believe colleagues haven't prepared a vote of thanks.
They would have, Max. I was probably out the room.
This is something you can do to make up for your stealing. If they've forgotten the vote of thanks, you step in.
You can count on me.
And I know nothing about it.
A complete surprise.
And if comrades have bought me a little something,
for your great efforts for the branch. Your time-consuming efforts that have put your marriage under strain.
Yeah, but don't say that. I don't want that mentioned.
That'll tell everyone how much you've done for the branch.
Yes, I know, but I'd rather leave my family out of it.
You don't want me to say that Sarah's a trade union widow?
No, for the third time.
Second.
How many times do you need? Just keep to my work for the branch.
Only mention you in relation to the branch.
Yes, are we clear?
Making a mistake, Max?
Is that clear, Tom?
As mud. Yes. Agreed.
I want the send-off I and the branch deserve.
You've chosen the right man. At my pub, the fishing club, when there's thanks to be given, I am the man chosen.
That's your Irish heritage.
Even though I was born in Kilburn.
And if comrades have bought me a little something, and I'll be very surprised if they haven't, that's when you give it with the thanks.
With pleasure, Max. Now then, egg mayo and anchovy, you say?
With cranberry bread.
No, you see, Max, I would get the energy that I'll need for that vote of thanks from a nice Sammy.
I've jotted down a few things that I've done. Make sure you mention the hours I put in.
I will, Max.
And the fact that I haven't claimed so much as a bus fare.
You've been cheap.
I've been free.
You're good.
Thank you, Tom.
No question of paying peanuts, killing monkeys. Not with you, Max. You've been quality.
I have, haven't I?
This anchovy is responsibly fished.
That's a weight off me mind.
Whoa! If it isn't Speedy Gonzales himself, and by the looks of it, with a new motor.
I traded in my Ferrari.
Traded up, you mean? That is the works.
The hospital insisted. Are we the first?
No, Max is in there.
Skulky,
I'm making tea.
you look rough.
Oh, good evening. Barney, would you like some tea?
No thanks.
Suit yourself.
Do really, but water works.
You tried tenner packs.
Useless. Yeah, they bulge here and here. I stopped.
So now your trousers are a snug fit, but with wet patches?
No, I cut down liquid. If you don't drink it in, you can't weed out.
Have you got a little sign for Max?
Like what? A bomb?
A present from the branch for his work.
What about my work? Or yours?
Come on, Barn.
I've done more than everyone, if I'm honest. More than all of us, if I'm right.
If you say so.
Has anyone bought me a present? Well, have you?
Not yet, Barn, no.
Why not?
I've been busy.
You haven't bought me one because I don't deserve one. And a good job too, because that's how it starts. The rot, the poison. It's how it started with Joe Stalin. Votes of thanks, presents, then when he didn't get them, it was an insult. I'm above you. Bend the knee. In the end, you've ended so far, I could put a bullet in your head.
They're very big conclusions you're drawing from very small actions, Barney.
No votes of thanks. We're Democrats.
Not even a teensy one.
Our work is freely given.
A teensy tiny one.
A weeny slimy one.
You got deaf?
Rod's a ref.
Can't hear, eh? You're the biggest twat I've ever met.
Watch it.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you?
I can hear insults.
Yeah, I bet you can. It's that Barney kind of deafness, isn't it? The when I come to branch meetings and I don't want to listen variety.
Could be.
You want to see a doctor, you do.
Which doctor?
Good evening, comrades!
George!
Good evening to you, one
Nice
and all.
No, I wouldn't be daring to touch that if I was you. Yes, Barney. Better late than never, eh?
Who's late?
Well, not us, that's for sure. We're actually halfway through the agenda here.
Halfway you can't be. It's a 7 o'clock start.
8 o'clock, see, George?
8 o'clock? Oh no, how could I have got that wrong? The 106 bus was dead on time.
You've lost an hour, you have.
How can I just lose an hour?
Senior moment? Something not quite right upstairs?
Being punctual is a duty, yes. You can't run a union on poor timekeeping.
Hi, George.
Hello, Max. Sorry I'm late.
You're not late.
I was just saying to Barney and Tom, where did I lose it? I'm not, did you say?
Yes.
But Tom was telling me
Cold having you on.
it's not 8 o'clock.
Yeah, boss.
Oh, you had me worried. Oh, nice one. Oh, good joke. Oh, you scoundrels.
Cup of tea then, George.
Please, Max, don't forget the sugar. Oh, I'm glad I'm not late. Today of all days. Oh,
Did you buy anything for Max?
like what?
For his work, for the branch?
Is it his birthday?
Something like gold watch pyjamas?
Huh? Birthday? Oh, I never gave it a thought. Oh, what is wrong with me? Oh, that is so selfish. Oh, oh dear, dear.
Tea for George.
you, Max. That looks a very nice mug of tea. I'm very obliged. Thank you very much. Very much indeed.
Any news of Jaime and Josh?
Harvey's bedridden.
Josh's replacement hips have seized up.
Well, if we're not expecting anyone else, I suggest we start.
Thanks, Max.
May I welcome you to
Oh, hang on, not so fast. We need a vote.
On what?
Starting the meeting.
You want to vote to start the meeting?
It's called democracy.
It's called downright bloody daft.
Max just want to get things going.
I'm working for a principle.
Which principle is that?
That members decide on everything.
Is you wanting a piss something members decide on?
Natural functions not included.
Who said? Tom, did you? George? If you can make us vote on starting the meeting, I can make us vote on you relieving yourself.
Brothers, please, can we be sensible?
Look, if Barney wants a vote, let's have a vote. We'll all vote in favour
Then why do it?
for a quiet life.
Those in favour?
I declare the meeting open.
I hope that's the last we see of that sort of behaviour.
Objection. Will the secretary retract that slanderous remark?
I can't see what's slanderous about it.
Brothers, please, can I suggest we go the extra inch tonight? To be pleasant, to not take things personally, things which are not meant to be personal.
A bit of self-discipline, as Marx once said. Or was it Shakespeare? Max, you have the floor.
It is my proud duty to welcome comrades.
Objection. This is a trade union. The correct form of address is brothers.
We're all communists, are we?
In trade unions, it's brothers.
Oh, and sisters. Well, if there were any.
Brothers and sisters, it is my
Point.
proud
No an
duty.
objection. There's no women here. Seems silly to include them if there's nobody here.
Brothers and only brothers. It is my proud duty to welcome you all to this special meeting of the retired members and spouses of the National Union of Tailor and Garment Workers, London branch. How can I put into words what I feel?
You don't usually have a problem.
After so many years of fighting the good fight, how do you say, without a lump in your throat, we've come so far, we can go no further? That the precious source of our fantastic little union, the NUTGW, has now run dry. I feel pride. It rises up like a
Mighty torrent?
like a great big torrent, because when I look back at what we've done, we have been magnificent. Magnificent, it is the only word.
If we've been so magnificent, how come we haven't got what we wanted? Yes, wanted more than anything. Answer me that. That's the question I want answered.
I hope this evening, this very special evening for all of us, isn't going to be dragged down and spoiled by nitpicking negative attitudes.
What's negative about asking why we didn't create that dream of a...
During my time as secretary, we have been involved in 26 major campaigns.
26? 126?
Barney, please, can you let Max give his report?
Why? He's skating over the surface.
Say that to my face.
You're one of the biggest skaters 60 years ago, and you haven't dug any deeper since.
I skate over the surface, do I?
You've never done anything else.
Comrades, this isn't the spirit we want.
So all the hundreds of brothers who said over the years that I give good, in-depth analysis of society and things were wrong, were they?
Well, they were skating over the surface too, so how would they know?
Do you know what you are, Barney? You're a whinger and a whiner, and you can't even stop for this meeting.
I criticise. You feel threatened. You call it whinging.
Do I really?
I just said yes.
Max, Barney, this isn't the spirit we want. Let's get back to the comrade spirit.
I've a good mind to wrap that zim around your bony old head.
Try, just you try.
You think I won't?
Oh, we'll see if you will.
You want to see, you'll see.
Socialist discipline, or we know better than the enemy.
Oi, Max, oi! I don't know why you ever joined this union.
Think you can tell me like that?
I'm trying on Barney, he's got a bigger weapon.
You've never understood the idea of discipline.
Order is about my Lord
Max, Barney, stop! We'll settle nothing like this.
Now you're done.
Done? Oh, George, me? You mean?
Oh yes, I hit George on the head with Tom's stick, which I grabbed without permission.
You shoved him onto the whack. I was aiming for you. Do you think I'd have hit him otherwise? I'm not doddery like some people.
Who are you calling doddery? I'm Barney Paris Simon, trained in hand-to-hand combat and seen some too. Some savage and not too pleasant, yes.
Trained or not, you shoved him onto the blow. I'm sorry, George. Barney should have been more careful.
Sorry, George, Max dropped you right slap under my zimmer.
Is he bleeding?
Oh, I think I've stopped it now.
George,
Sweet mate, you all right?
speak to us, George.
Why did you step in between us like
I mean, if only you'd warned us you were going to.
that? In that sense, it is a little bit your own fault.
You always take the objective conditions into account. That's basic Marxism, George.
Criticising. It's not a whisper of criticism. I'm only saying.
George, speak to us.
Come on, up on a chair with it. More comfy. Nobody leave it be, for goodness sake, otherwise more harm will be done. George.
Are you okay?
Max. I can't feel a pulse. You know what that means. He's dead. There's no pulse. George, don't join us for God's sake. You didn't mean to get in the way. You were only trying to help.
Of course he's going to pass speeding like Big Ben.
Barney's right. He didn't have one just go.
Yes, he did.
I'm telling you, he didn't.
You don't have to take a pulse, that's your problem.
I was a qualified first aider at work. I did courses.
He's got a good strong pulse.
He must have come back.
Oh, he couldn't have come back, otherwise he wouldn't be the colour he is.
He's racing along now.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're mixing yours into his, that's why it's hammering. Listen to your grip.
You slow right down now.
It's been steady all along.
George, we love you. Say something.
Oh, welcome back, George.
Oh, that'll teach me, comradeskis.
You have got a whopper of an egg.
Oh, clunk, I felt.
That was Max hitting you.
You shoving him with that battering ram.
Fair's fair, love and war.
All's fair.
What made you jump in between us like that?
Oh, I'm an egg daft at all.
Just trying to keep you two from hurting each other. Credit the peacemaker for being brave and suffering.
Oh, my head, I feel like a...
George. Who am I, George?
a comrade
Yes? What's my name?
in arms.
I'm Tom O'Brien, formerly of the Irish Republic of Kilburn, now moved out to Wembley by the motorway.
Of course I know you, you star of Tralee, you Gaelic, you go no more a wandering, salt of the earth, burly paying Irishman.
Hurley, not Burley. It's a long time since I played it. Come to think of it, I've never played it.
Hurly burly, topsy-turvy.
George. Who's he, George?
He,
Yes, him.
the organisator.
Yes, but what's his name? Your name's George. His name's...
Yes.
My name's...
Maximus.
You're okay, you're fine. He's fine. He knows my name. He's fine.
What's my name, George?
Now I know your name is. Listen, can you all calm down? I'm perfectly okay.
You're back to normal. He's as normal as the rest of us.
and brothers. As the meeting's collapsed in an untidy heap, can I propose that we skip straight to the vote of thanks to our wonderful branch secretary? Then we can mingle for food and drink. Any objections? No? Then here we go. Brothers, there is one man here. A man we all respect and admire, who at the expense of his family, at the expense of his wife who's been turned into a near widow...
Who said that? I did not.
You said Sarah's a trade union widow.
I didn't mean she's actually like a widow. It's not like she's going to remarry or anything.
I'm here if she is.
Why would any woman, much less one married to me for 60 years, turn from class to crass?
Excitement? Thriller than you?
How much excitement or thrill if you've lost the oomph? Comrades, can we get back to the meeting? I said to leave my private life out of this.
Brothers, this man has worked all the hours God made. That's just a word, only language. I'm not slipping back into mysticism.
Leave God out of it, please.
Talking about God, I'm an agosturic Gnostic. I know I should be an atheist, but I never
This
seen...
man, brothers, has kept this branch going through good times and bad, and more than just kept going.
Do you want anything? Ask me anything.
This man has worked like a donkey for 5.5 years. Note I say works like a donkey, not looks like one. And he has beavered away like a beaver to keep this branch on its collective toes.
Tom, stop. That's enough. You can't give a vote of thanks till I've given my report.
Max, you are not only a great, warm human being, but also an amazing cook. He made those tiny, delicious fairy cakes you're going to be sinking your teeth into any moment now.
No one eats a crumb till I've given my report.
Max, thank you for being an amazing cook and a wonderful branch secretary. Please accept the thanks of Barney, George, myself, absent friends Josh and Jaime, and others too numerous to mention, but all important and committed to the struggle. Thank you, Barney. but thanks for being a wonderful branch secretary, for everything you've done for this branch, for this cause. You have been inspiring. You have been supersonic. 3 cheers for Max. Hip it, hooray! Hip it, hooray! Hip it, hooray! Time to eat.
I've got to give my report.
Considering that.
Don't anybody move. Nobody touches the food till I've given my report.
You can't order us about.
It's my food. I'll do what I like with it.
Surely Sarah helped.
Sarah's my wife. It's family. If you don't behave, I'll take it home.
Sarah would have made those sandwiches with us in mind, especially the ones who live on their own.
So anyway, they're ours.
I agree with Brother Max. We need a proper meat and 2 veg with proper respect for the report you brought.
That doesn't mean he can tell us what to do.
Your report, if you please.
Thank you.
Shall I take minuets? Minutes.
Please. We'll have a record then. For the archives. We shan't have passed through this world unnoticed. In 100 years' time, some student will come across these minutes while they're studying London labour history.
We'll live again.
What did you expect? God help them as well, I can say.
During our 26 major campaigns, we have fought for better wages and conditions for our members, including, as a priority, those in the new sweatshops of the East End, where conditions aren't much better than they were for us. We fought for international peace. We fought against post office closures. We fought for cheaper public transport and affordable homes. In fact, what didn't we fight for that could benefit working people?
We fought for an end to capitalism and a start for a socialism. Well, we haven't got there yet. Answer me that. That's the question I want answered.
That will be part of my report.
Oh, we all know it'll be in your report. Bugger it. All about all the glorious campaigns you organised and how successful they were. All I want is the answer to the big question. The only question worth answering. You answer me that, I'll listen to 1,000,000 of your reports.
You want me to answer your question?
No, I just said.
All right. I will. I'll interrupt what I was going to say and I'll tell you. Because Barney wants to know. And when Barney wants to know something, everything else has to give way.
Well, that question it does.
So, despite the fact that your question is strictly speaking more a Communist Party question than a trade union question, and despite the fact that Barney's the one who's been so keen to keep the two separate,
Get on with it.
Barney wants to know why we haven't achieved our dream. And the answer is simple. We, and now I'm speaking as a communist, didn't achieve socialism because comrades like you, and there were too many of you, didn't have the discipline to work for it in a collective way. Instead of working in a collective way, you argued the toss. You disagreed with majority decisions, then refused to fight for said decisions on the streets and in the workplace. Comrades like you would rather spend your time arguing with other comrades than getting on with the job. So, to conclude, you turned us in on ourselves rather than out to the world, and in so doing you made us weak and ineffective.
As an answer, that's an absolute skater.
You do not have the one quality that people like us need more than any other: discipline.
It was too much discipline and not thinking for ourselves that led us up all those blind alleys. If we'd thought for ourselves, instead of doing everything our beloved leader Joe told us, we might have made some half-decent decisions.
You speak out of turn, you go your own way, you never work with a group.
A pity there weren't more like us. We might have won the trust of the English people.
You're a complete bourgeois individualist. You should have been afforded to attend classes on what it is to be a communist.
Oh, pat it on the head for asking the awkward question, you mean?
Shall I minute this?
Only the swear words.
Don't you mean not the swear words?
Look, can we give up shouting long enough for me to propose a second motion? Now, earlier, I omitted to mention Max's report. That is unforgivable. I therefore suggest that he now gives us each a copy of his report to read at home.
A secretary's report is given at a meeting.
But Max, at home, feet up, little glass of something in the hand, we can weigh up pros and cons, we can pick up on points. We can't do that if you're standing there speaking about us.
Please listen, all of you. I want things done properly. Today of all days.
Studying a report at home is very proper.
Today is a special day. Not just because of this branch, but because of someone else as well, who I won't say any more about, except that this person, who is known to at least one other of us at this meeting, would want this branch dissolved in the right way. And if we don't do that, we don't show respect for the branch. We don't show respect for her.
Give your report, Max.
Oh, bust you must.
Don't do a Fidel Castro on us. Comrade's having to go home tonight.
Ready, Max? You're away!
Brothers, compared to the mighty movements of the world's stuff, you might think that what happened